20 hours. 20 hours is a lot of time. You can get a lot done for 20 hours. You could read a book, maybe watch a series or two. But I spent 20 hours building this, and I don't think it was much of a waste of time. Family kind of do. But yeah, 20 hours. Would appreciate some support. And if you clicked into this, I'm assuming you're expecting something good. So just enjoy. So after building our concrete factory and having our concrete factory done, our next build is going to be quite a bit bigger. It's actually going to be located along with our other sky island here. And our last one was our medieval themed island, which was like a pretty big build, but this one's going to be a whole lot bigger. We're going to have a lot more terraforming to do. And this island's going to look completely different. So the theme for this island is going to be an Aztec or like Mayan kind of temple in the center, or two of them, and then a bunch of houses surrounding it, a bunch of palm trees or kind of tropical trees. So we do have a lot of blocks to collect. And it's gonna take a long time because they're not like easily farmable blocks from what I know, like mud brick slabs, red sandstone, chisel red sandstone, just red sand, all that kind of stuff. So I don't think any of those are like particularly easy to farm. But maybe they are. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, I'll have to definitely figure that out soon. You know, the main, like the bulk of the materials is gonna be the red sand, like the red sandstone, the chiseled red sandstone, the cut red sandstone. So this is definitely gonna take a while, but I think it should be fine. I'm just gonna have some music on in the background, so there might not be that much to show unless anything happens. Okay, the material collection's simple, but it's just gonna take a while. Okay, so here we are at the desert, and it's just gonna be, we're gonna have to spend a lot of time here, that's for sure. And this is cracked red sand. That doesn't give me red sand. That could be a problem. So can I not use this for... Oh, okay, no, there's still normal red sand here. No, yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, I think we're done the red sand. I think, maybe. Red sand, I need 24 stacks and 3. So, I guess we'll check that now. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 24 stacks and 3. Let's do 25 stacks. And then the rest of this we can use to craft smooth sandstone, which I think is easy. Yeah, red sandstone's a smooth sandstone. Okay. And red sandstone is just this, right? Yeah. It's not gonna be very entertaining footage, so I might not have much to show other than the building, but you know what, that's fine. Okay, and since when is there a structure there? I couldn't even see because of the sandiness, I guess. But yeah, there seems to be a temple here. That's cool, actually. It's a nice little find. Oh. Okay, so about half a desert later, this is where we are. Yeah, we've done a lot. So we have all the sand and sandstone here. And just remember, the sandstone is 4 stacks of sand, so it doesn't look like that much. But I had to mine 4 times as much as there is red sandstone here. And the terracotta took a little bit longer too. But yeah, we're just gonna craft up a bit more red sandstone because we have enough normal red sand, so we don't need to worry about that. And anyway, let's just check how much red sandstone we have. We definitely have enough of regular red sandstone, but we do also need like smooth red sandstone too, so we need more red sandstone for that. So we have 1,430, and then we also need the chiseled, and we need the smooth red sandstone, and then the stairs too. So we still have a lot more red sandstone to do, but I'm pretty sure we are almost in terracotta. So that's a big chunk of the work. We do need a lot of mud brick slabs, and then we'll need a lot of grass and stone actually, because I'm gonna be adding a lot to the terrain as well. So I will need to actually collect some of those. Okay, we've done another couple thousand sand, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have more sand here to grab too, but I think it's just time we just craft even more sandstone. We have a lot to go. That's for sure. We've mined about, I'd want to say 8,000 if I had to guess, because all the actual sandstone here is for sand. So yeah, as far as I know, I've mined quite a bit. But yeah, we need to turn this sandstone into smooth sandstone and then chiseled sandstone as well. And I'm not quite sure how that happens. Okay, just slabs. So yeah, it'll be a 1-to-1 conversion. So that's fine. Okay, probably last I'm gonna check in the desert here, but this is what we've done so far. If we look on the map here, all of this is just gone. And I also grabbed some terracotta, that's why that's a little bit deeper. But yeah, we have about one backpack full of resources so far. Still need to craft up some of the sand into sandstone, obviously. But I'm just gonna figure out how much we actually need and stuff like that first. So that's just sitting there for now. But yeah, we're just gonna keep going with the sand. This is gonna take a while. It already has taken a while. We've done so much. But I say we're just gonna keep going, and then eventually we'll be done. It is taking some time though, but this is actually very satisfying to do. But my breaking 4 Paxil's almost broken now too, so I'll have to go repair that and then I'll be back. But yeah, probably last time I'll check in for the red sand and then I'll move on to some other resources we can get. And we are back. Okay. One thing I might do is I might get some of our stuff smelted. Just because while we're here we might as well, and then we can actually we might be able to repair our stuff here. We probably could have back at the desert anyway, but I do want to get working on some other stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of sick of doing all the, not that, but the sandstone stuff now, the sandstone terracotta. So I'm not done that, but I am going to start working on the packed mud to make the mud brick slabs, which we do need 3,000 of. So it is a decent chunk of the materials. And it'll just be a change for us. So we will need a lot of wheat, but I'm going to come to that later. I think I'm going to start with the mud for now. And for that, I'm just going to go back up here and enchant some more stuff. And then repair our tools, and we should just be able to get going. We might not have enough mud in the forest below us, and I might need to find somewhere else. So I might need to go somewhere else for the mud. I might take a bit of exploration for that. Okay, so it turns out in this pack they do have the nature's compass, so I could craft this, and then I'm going to be able to look for whatever biomes I need. So I just need 4 logs, a compass, 4 saplings, and this is all stuff I pretty much have. It's like I'll have the redstone and the iron. Yeah, I already have the redstone and iron. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 1 redstone somewhere here. Yeah. Here we go. And then we just need 4 logs and saplings. So first off, we'll make our compass. 4 logs and 4 saplings. There we go. And then we need mangrove. And there's one not too far that way. It's about 1,000 blocks or so, so I think I'll travel over and see how much mud they actually have. I'm not sure if the mangroves in this pack are any different at all. If they are, that might be a problem if it's not the mud we need. But it should be fine. Hopefully it's fine. And if not, I guess we can come back here. It's not the end of the world. It'll just take a little longer than I expected. But it'll all be worth it in the end anyway. Oh! I don't know what that is. Oh, they eat the ground apparently. But I just realized this here is packed mud, which we can actually use, I think, anyway, to make our mud bricks. That'll save us a lot of time. I didn't realize this was here, and maybe I'm done for that. Maybe someone else realized. But yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, no, because now I don't even need to farm the wheat either. to mix with the normal mud, which I would have got from the mangrove swamp. So yeah, that's really good. Yeah, didn't expect that. That's really nice to see. It's gonna save us a lot of time on the farming wheat and just having to get to the mangrove in the first place. Okay, so as we kind of continue to mine here, we're just bringing down some of this orange terracotta too, under the sand. Um, and we do need quite a bit of that as well. So we have about, I think, 900, and we need about 1,600. So we're almost done. One more material, actually, the orange terracotta, as well as we're making some decent progress on the extra sand we need to make the sandstone, which we can then turn into chiseled sandstone. So we'll need quite a bit more sand. But I mean, we are majority done, materials done so far. And I think it is pretty funny to look at the map and just see kind of this huge area at first here that I did. And now we're making our other one, but we're also bringing down this orange terracotta, which would have been up that high or whatever it was. So yeah, we're working through our materials. A lot of mining by hand today, not a lot of automation. But you know what? It's not that bad. It's going pretty fast because I do have my thing here, these onion rings, and it basically gives me haste too whenever I need to eat. So whenever I'm able to eat, I just eat bread, and then I can insta mine the terracotta. And then between that, I've kind of been going for just the sand. It's really not that long of a process. It's just a lot of manual mining. I would like to get some automation, but I have looked through just to create mod and stuff because that's kind of the mod I want to be using for any of my automation if I do any. And there's not really any alternatives just for this red sand and then red sandstone and stuff like that. So we're just going to keep going. I think it's nice to be able to visualize progress too, and especially just being able to look at the backpacks and know they're pretty much full, and then I can just see them in like the such small amounts of different items. I think it's pretty funny to look at too. So just a quick little update. This is the progress we've made. We've taken out all the sand from there, a good chunk of orange terracotta, and then all the sand from here and here too. So on the map we have this whole area starved of sand as well as this now. So we've taken a decent chunk of the actual overall biome. But we are just done our chiseled red sandstone now because we have the 1,700 of that, as well as 2,000 orange terracotta. Went a little bit overboard with the terracotta, did not need that much, but those are two more resources that are done. So we have the smooth red sandstone, we have the mud brick slabs, the orange terracotta, red sand, red sandstone, I think. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're done with most of, or like the bulk of our materials anyway. So we have our 3 backpacks here, and I think it's about time we head up and start with some of the terraforming. I might need to collect some dirt on the way. Or maybe it'll be fine actually, because I do need to remove some dirt as well. No, I'll do all the mining first, like all the digging, and then I'll make all the additions after. But I think it's about time we head up and start working on our terraforming at least, and then we can think about starting the buildings after that. Okay, so apparently the schematic is like from the other world, just kind of transfers. So that's fine. We have it in place now. Hopefully everything's right. I do have a lot of terraforming to do from what I remember from building it. So that could be a problem. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. I'll get it done at some point, obviously. But I'd rather it not take that long. But as you can see, there's a lot of blocks I need to remove. So all the pink has to be gone. All the red has to be replaced. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Okay, so it's been another little while, and progress is moving. All the gaps here are going to be filled with water. They will look a lot better if I just... Okay, so the schematic is set a lot lower than I thought. There we go. So that's what it looks like with the water. So that's how it will be. And then of course, some of the water will go lower, blah, 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 whatever. But I've cleared all the trees. I've done most of the terraforming for this area, except some of that, I guess. But it's slow progress. But we're getting it done. We've cleared a lot of the trees, probably like 30% of the trees in the whole island. which we will need to eventually do all of them. But for now, I think this is pretty good progress. I guess we're just gonna keep going, and we'll see where we get from there. But yeah, this is gonna take a long time, but I will be able to get it done. It's not very taxing work. It's just gonna take time. That's all it really will be. So I guess I'll get back to it, and then I'll update in a little bit. I might get some replay shots depending on how much I do in like one sitting, and if I have enough to actually do that. So I decided to kind of skip until this point too, just because all the other clips I didn't do in big settings. It was kind of just removing trees, and this was the main chunk of the terraforming I did do for the island. So I started out by kind of taking away all the dirt that was in the way where I did want the water and I did want the rivers, just because I was running low on dirt to actually build up the platforms themselves. We do have, I was gonna say, quite a bit to do, but it's really not looking like that. So I guess we don't have quite a bit to do. We're actually closing in on the end of the terraforming anyway. The island's coming together. I know this side still looks like a mess, but it's a work in progress. But the majority of it is done. I think there's just a couple stone I need to replace with dirt over that side still. But yeah, no, almost there. Almost. I mean, just for the terraforming anyway. But I do have the materials to start building as well. So the sooner we get this done, the sooner we can build, and then we. So with that, I think we're done the water as well, and that means this is our island finished before we add all the buildings and mountains and extra terrain or whatever we need, and all the trees and stuff. So I think that's our first kind of big milestone, maybe other than finishing collecting the resources. So maybe our second big milestone of the video and of the project, and just out of food too. But I think it's looking great. It's taken a long time. The island is finally done, and you can see it's a lot bigger than our previous island. You could probably fit all this into like just here. And I think I've only shown like 2 of the buildings so far, or the schematic for 2 of the buildings anyway. And there's gonna be a lot more than that. There's gonna be a bunch of houses, mountains, trees, and everything everywhere. This is just like the base blueprint, so I could finish the islands. And I think soon we're gonna start on the main temples. Okay, now that we do have our first kind of temple done here, we should actually build the bridge across. I was about to say we should move on to our next one, but I think we should. Okay. I should have put some form of lighting in there. That's a problem. So now that we've done kind of the main buildings and everything from the first schematic, we do need to paste in our next one, which we need this stick for. I don't know what that is. Let's see, load schematics and then final build. We'll load it, and then that should just have loaded on the block I'm on. And then I can, like that. And does it line up? Okay, so I think it might be. Is it a block too high? Oh, it's a block too high, so it needs to be lower actually. So there, and then as long as the bridge lines up, which it does, that should be us good to go. And I could break this actually, but I'll leave it for now just in case I have any other kind of changes to make. But I think it's time to show what the full schematic looks like, and then we can go back to working on it. But let's see. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look too great as the schematic. But you know, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so we have all our houses. We have a couple little like mountain bits in and around the place too, and then we have all our trees. And I'll be adding in bridges and like windows and stuff on the buildings and everything later on. But yeah, I think I did do a little bit of terraforming afterwards anyway. So I might need to still go around and fix up all that first of all, and then I can start working on the actual buildings. Anyway, I think we're ready to start. We'll just go ahead and get building. Okay, so I think we're gonna move on to maybe this section. I'm not sure. I do have quite a few houses and kind of mountains there, but I don't mind that idea. Or we could work our way across kind of this side. We could work our way around. But I think I will do all the mountains and stuff on that end last. I think I'm gonna do that for sure. Yeah, I think I might go with this side just because I know there's some smaller houses I can do a couple pretty quick. And then a couple larger mountains, maybe? There's one larger one and two little smaller ones. Okay, yeah. No, that seems easy enough for now. I don't mind that. It'll be about the same effort as this, I hope. Because this didn't take too long. Okay, so we are out of stone actually, so we will need to head back to our mossy thingy, whatever I called that. Our other base that produces stone. So we'll need to head back there, grab some more stone, and then we can come back to finish off some of the mountains. I will need to grab quite a bit. So let's see. If I fill the diamond backpack, maybe that'll be enough. Because I do have the whole other half of the island to do. But yeah, we'll make our way over to our waystone here. I might add another waystone. Because they're not super hard to make, so I'll be able to get more. So I might add another one in the Aztec temple. Anyway, I feel like that's a nice place to have it. We can kind of have one at like every one of our kind of big projects. So just finished up another little mountain here, but I think I think it's looking great. Yeah, no, once the trees are in here, it really feels like the empty space and it'll feel more lush. But yeah, no, honestly, the map looks insane too. I really like how this is going. And I'm excited to just keep going. I want to get this done. So I'm so close. Like this huge area is done, and there's only this left. Like this is the only bit standing in the way of being finished with this project. So I guess it's time to just keep going, and then yeah, that's all I can really do at this point. Just keep going.